Chapter 24. Action Research. Introduction. Researchers conduct action research to solve a problem or to obtain information and implement the recommendations from the research. Those involved in action research generally want to solve some kind of day-to-day immediate problems. Often, action research does not require complete mastery of the major types of research. The steps in action research tend to be straightforward. Action research studies are rooted in the interest and needs of practitioners. What is action research? Action research is conducted by a teacher, administrator, or other education professional to solve a problem at the local level. Each of the specific methods of research can be used in action research studies, although on a smaller scale. A given research question may often be investigated by any one of several methods. Some methods are more appropriate to a particular research question and/or setting than other methods. Basic assumptions underlying action research. Several assumptions underlie action research studies. These are that the participants have the authority to make decisions, want to improve their practice, are committed to continual professional development, and will engage in systematic inquiry. 2. Types of action research. A. Practical action research. Practical action research addresses a specific local problem. B. Participatory action research. Participatory action research, while also focused on addressing a specific local problem, attempts to empower participants or bring about social change. C. Levels of participation. Participation can range from giving information to increasingly greater involvement in the various aspects of the study. 3. Steps in action research. Action research involves 4 steps: identifying the research question or problem, gathering the necessary data, analyzing and interpreting the data and sharing the results with the participants, and developing an action plan. In participatory research, every effort is made to involve all those who have a vested interest in the outcomes of the study, the stakeholders. A. Identifying the research question. An individual or group needs to carefully examine the situation and identify the problem. B. Gathering the necessary information. Once a problem has been identified, the next step is to decide what sorts of data are needed and how to collect them. C. Analyzing and interpreting the information. After being collected and summarized, the data need to be analyzed so that the participants can decide what the data reveal. D. Developing an action plan. Fulfilling the intent of an action research study requires creating a plan to implement changes based on the findings. 4. Similarities and differences between action research and formal quantitative and qualitative research. A. Sampling in action research. Action researchers are most likely to choose a purposive sample. B. Internal validity in action research. Action research studies suffer especially from the possibility of data collector bias, implementation, and attitudinal threats. Most others can be controlled to a considerable degree. C. Action research and external validity. Action research studies are weak in external validity. Replication is, therefore, essential in these studies. V. The advantages of action research. There are at least 5 advantages to action research. It can be done by just about anyone, in any type of school or other institution, to investigate just about any kind of problem or issue. It can help to improve educational practice. It can help education and other professionals to improve their craft. It can help education and other professionals learn to identify problems systematically. Finally, it can build up a small community of research-oriented individuals at the local level. Action research has both similarities to and differences from formal quantitative and qualitative research. 6. Hypothetical examples of practical action research. Almost all of the methodologies described in the other chapters in this book can be adapted, in a less formal and sophisticated form, by teachers and other education professionals in the schools to investigate problems and questions of interest. 7. An example of action research. A study was done by Darlene DeMaria in her special class for learning disabled students in a public elementary school near San Francisco, California. Ms. DeMaria hypothesized that male learning disabled students in elementary schools who receive a systematic program of relaxation exercises would show a greater reduction in off-task behaviors than students who do not receive such a program of exercise.